Hey guys. Just like using mascara on an actual real life eye makeup look, putting lashes on a face chart isn't necessarily necessary to get your story across, but it helps frame the eye, tie everything together, and just makes it all look more complete. However, it's also one of the things that everyone has questions about. So let's take a couple minutes and talk about creating eyelashes on face charts. I'm going to be using a few blank eye charts that I have here. These are, of course, available on thefacechart.com. Now, there are a lot of different products that you can use to create lashes, and we'll talk about these in a second, but before you get started, it's important to map things out a bit. For example, ask yourself if you want to take this look all the way up to the eye, or if you want to create a waterline that you can then fill with a color. There's no right or wrong to this, but if you decide that you do want to create a waterline, what I usually do is draw a fine line with a pencil just on the outside of the eye line that's printed on the page. This then becomes my lash line, and the gutter in between the pencil line and the printed line is my waterline. Easily the most common thing to use for creating lashes is liquid liner. Either a felt tip or a brush. You can use the applicator it comes with or use your own. Liquid liner goes on easily. It's usually opaque enough to cover any other makeup that you've got on the page, and it comes in a variety of different colors. The downside I find to using liquid liner is that it takes a little more practice than other methods. It's hard to create a very thin line, so the lashes can look too thick, and it can take a while to dry, giving you extra opportunities to smudge it. The easiest and I think most overlooked method for creating lashes on a face chart is with a colored artist's pencil. These are probably the most forgiving and perfect to use if you are a beginner. They will cover just about anything else on the page, and you can easily use them to create long, dramatic lashes, natural, wispy ones, or short, fat, mascara-coated pokies. You need to keep the pencil sharp, and though they do come in a variety of colors, the one con here is that they aren't as opaque as liquid liner. So colored lashes won't always translate as well, though it all depends on your look, honestly, and what color of pencil you're using. Now, my own personal favorite method for creating lashes is using a dip pen and black ink. I find this method to be perfect for creating just about any style of super black eyelashes. You can use a variety of tips for different effects. My recommendation is always to buy an inexpensive variety pack and try out a few to find your favorite, because they're all different and you're going to like the one that you're going to like. With this method, though, I can work slow or fast, which I love. I can create razor thin lines or thick ones by varying the pressure, and I can also make lines that are thick at the base and thinner at the top. You get the idea. The downside here is dry time, though it's not as bad as liquid liner, and there's a potential for mess if you don't know what you're doing. But honestly, it's not hard to know what you're doing. These aren't that difficult to use. So you can see the technique is pretty much the same with all these methods. The way the tools work is different, though. So it's important to try each one of these, see which one you like the most. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, please leave them in the comment section. I will do my best to get back to you. Remember, face charts and eye charts are both available on thefacechart.com. And also remember to follow us on Instagram at thefacechartofficial or Facebook and Twitter at simply thefacechart.